There it is. Okay, so we are recording. We are going to go ahead and get started. Here's the news. What I started that like it was really intense, and it's really not. It's fine. We have this packet pickup that's coming Friday. Packet pickup will be between 8 and 10 and 2 and 4, right? Just like always. Well, except for the first time where we did it at specific, but then we decided that that didn't work. So 8 and 10 and 2 and 4. You can come at any time. I'm going to try and be there. Last time we got hung up in my classroom because of some other stuff that happened in my classroom, so I wasn't able to be out there. This time I'm going to try really hard to be out there. So packet pickup is this Friday. We are finishing curriculum on June 5th. Okay, so that is, you have this week, and then after you finish this week, you have 3 more weeks of curriculum. Okay, that's not that bad. 3 weeks, like that passes in no time at all, right? So you will pick up 1 packet this Friday. That will be packets for weeks 7 and 8. And then you'll pick up not the next Friday, but the Friday after that. I'll have to look at the date as I'm talking. This is me stalling. On the 29th, most likely, you'll be picking up your final packet. Your final packet in kindergarten, what we always do anyways, is we send home a summer packet to make sure that you guys keep up on your summer stuff. People don't tend to take us seriously until all of a sudden they're in 1st grade and realize that we were serious. If you do not work with your student over summer, that we see the biggest decline in academics between kindergarten year and 1st grade year above any other grade. So your student can easily leave me being green, meaning the on level or above level, rocking it out. And if they don't do anything over the whole summer, they can enter 1st grade at a red, which means well below grade level. Okay, so summertime is crucial. It is, we see the biggest decline, like I said, in between kindergarten year and 1st grade year. Part of that reasoning is because these kids have never been in school, or they've just been in preschool before kindergarten, and then they come to kindergarten for 1 year, and then they have this break, and then they go back to kindergarten, and then they don't have a break like that ever again. Does that make sense? So it's like their first jump through and their first break. Now with this quarantine stuff, it's a little bit weird because they aren't in school right now. That's why it's crucial that you guys are keeping up on that stuff. So we always give a summer packet as an option. And I'll text you guys. I'm that like really great teacher who texts you throughout the summer and was like, hey, how's everybody doing on your summer packets? Is everybody keeping up? And they're all like, we're at the lake, Caitlin, leave us alone. And I'm like, how's your ABCs? Right? Because it's so important. So be prepared for those. So that will be our last packet, is that summer packet. It's really great stuff, easy to follow, phenomenal. There's not like a schedule or anything. You follow as you go, do a little bit of each. So that will carry you through June, July, August. Okay. But that's not like curriculum based. It's like us putting together a packet. We'll have handwriting stuff in there because this is the time that those fine motor skills, let me grab my eyebrow pencil, is when you can grab a pencil and hold it tight and write well. Not like this, not like this, not like this, not like this, like that, right? Fine motor skills. Being able to hold a pair of scissors and cut things. Another huge fine motor skills, right? All of these things are things they need to have mastered completely by 1st grade, on top of 40 sight words and all of that. Now, I just saw a question pop up. I'm going to hit that right now. I am in the process of talking to Jen Montoya, which is one of our instructional coaches for literacy in the school district, to see if Dreambox and Clever will be accessible during summer to all of you guys. I'm currently not sure because they wipe our Synergy, and Synergy is like where I take attendance, where I do your report cards, where like all of your guys' data. They wipe our Synergy, and when our Synergy is wiped, it wipes all of those hubs too. So I'm trying to figure out if it's going to be up, because this year's kind of weird, so like giving kids that additional support, or if they're going to take it away. So I'll let you guys know that one. As for, I have 6 things really fast. Let me see. Got it. Thank you. What time is package? Got it. What time will you play? Lane loves seeing you. I think, so my nieces have their own class meetings on Friday. One of them has it at 8:30 and the other one has it at 11. So I'll probably be there at the 2 to 4 one. So that way we're home for their class meetings. So I'll be at 2 to 4. Report cards. And I'll hit testing first. So we do not know anything for next year. So don't assume that I know anything. Mr. Flanagan doesn't even know anything. We don't know how next year is going to start as of right now. I think everybody, I'm sure they're talking about it, the what ifs, the possibilities, because that would be silly if they weren't. They just haven't told us. As of right now, we'll continue as normal starting in the fall. Okay. In the fall, coming into 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, it doesn't matter. We always assess our kids at the beginning of the year to see what kind of acceleration or decline they had over the summer so that we can really group them appropriately and meet them at their needs, right? We don't just assume that everybody has the same needs or has the same set of skills. So that's where it's really hard over this distance learning because we can't differentiate, which means I can't work with Johnny on his sight word identification while also working with Samantha on her level D reading, right? So like online, we can't, it's really hard to do that. In school, we differentiate, we do those assessments so that we know where kids are and we can meet them at their levels. We also group them based on the skills they had. So at the beginning of the year, it'll be assessments like normal, see where your kiddo is, what knowledge they have, what they retained, and what they didn't. Now, this is where it comes into play, obviously. No stress, like you guys do the best you can do, but you don't want to do nothing, because if you do nothing, that's 6 months of doing nothing, because we left on March 13th. How do I know? Because my return date was March 12th. Yes, thank you. So March, April, May, June, July, August, out of school. We come back in September. That's 6 months at home, right? So that's why it's so important to keep up on things, because otherwise we're going to see a crazy, crazy decline. As for report cards, I'm going to take the data that I have through talking with you guys. I know a lot of you have been sending me videos showing me what you guys have been doing. My best judgment, and we are moving to essentially a pass or incomplete system for this year. It won't be an average, because there's no way for me to be like, oh, Samantha got an A, or A. We don't even do A's in elementary school. What am I saying? Samantha got a 4 and Johnny got a 2 because he wasn't sufficient in the standard, right? So it'll be based on what they had when they left me, and then also my own knowledge base of what they've been working on, and then they will reassess them in the fall and see how they're doing. With that pass or fail, or not pass or fail, I don't want to say that, pass or incomplete, right? Either they met the standard, they mastered the standard, or they didn't and they need help on it. That's all it means in our age. Now, when they get up to high school, it does become pass or fail, because you either have the class, the credits, or you don't. In elementary school, we're more, you either have the standard, the expectation, or you don't and you need more help to get there. Right? So it doesn't affect anything necessarily, except for just for our own knowledge base. Okay, so when they left, they were at this point. Now let's reassess them. Where are they? How can we help them move forward? Right? So that's where your guys' support comes in, especially over the next 3 months. I know that it seems like a lot. It'll relax a lot because, you know, we won't have daily videos and all of these things, because in the summertime, we're removed because technically it's not the school year, but we do give you guys resources to work with them. So if you're like, oh, hey, let's work on our ABCs and our counting and our blending today, or let's work on our reading and you should read every night no matter what. Just saying, 20 minutes at least every night, always. If you do nothing else, read every night. Science has even proven that reading to infants helps their development and their brain. And so reading every night to infants because of the colors and the print concepts, which is reading left to right, top to bottom, turning the pages right to left, all of those things even help infants. And so it's crazy important that we're reading every night. So if you do nothing else, read every night for 20 minutes at least. But we'll be giving you guys those additional resources to work with your kiddos. Now, June 5th is the last curriculum day. The last day of school is the 12th. For some reason, the 14th is sticking out in my head, but it's the 12th. So on the up until from June 5th till the 12th, and I could do it beforehand, I can use that. I will be doing mandatory meetings, conferencing with each of you, going over what the report card looked like, why, you know, they got certain things, you know, where it was coming from, how you guys did while we were away, what your plan is for the summer, all of that stuff. That's non-negotiable. That is a requirement. We will be meeting with all of you guys. And so I'll hunt you down. Just kidding. Other than that, I think that's it. I think I hit it all. If you guys she's not kidding though, from Tabitha. I know where you all live. So, I mean, there's that. But yeah, so just, you know, 3 more weeks, right? You guys, it's Tuesday, so I guess 3.5 of heavy hitting curriculum. And then it's summertime and we can hopefully get out more. I just saw that dry camping was shut down and the whole state, by the way. I see a bunch of adults like, yeah, dry camping's closed. If you thought about dry camping, it is now mandated that you're not allowed to go. So I'll hit that later. But that is that. Does anybody have any questions before we move on to anything else? No? Okay, so I'm going to stop recording now for those people who are